Hi everyone, Dana here with Stella House Films, and today I'm going to be going over 10 ways that you can improve your iPhone or mobile phone videography over the holiday season. You know, everyone's getting together, you're going to be with friends or family or pets or dogs and cows, and you'll probably want to capture those moments, and you'll have the opportunity to capture those moments more than you probably ever will throughout the year because everyone's getting together. So, I'm getting an audience built. Thank you, Facebook. So number one, in terms of shooting people, you want to shoot people. Things, unless you're making a long edited video and you need some B-roll, and B-roll basically is stuff that isn't the most important parts in a film, stuff that kind of sets a scene. Unless you're making a film from your iPhone video, you want to capture people. You really don't want to capture things. So let's say there's some kids playing on the, let's say there's a new baby playing on the ground. And you're like, I'm going to get some video of this baby. And you're shooting, the baby's on the ground and you're shooting it, and you're shooting from your eye level down to the baby. Well, that's pretty lazy, isn't it? Get to the baby's level. Get on the ground. Lay on the ground. It's okay to look like an idiot. I look like an idiot all the time at weddings. Ask Tina Humphrey. The last time I was at a wedding with her, I was laying on the ground to get a different eye level. I really didn't care what I looked like. But get to the level of whatever your subject is. Sure, you can get other angles, but get, like if there's a dog on the ground and you love that dog, you want to get some video of that dog. Get on the dog's level. Get on the cat's level. Don't be lazy. Number two, be steady. I'm going to show you some methods of being steady with your iPhone. Okay. One of them is a method without accoutrement, and one is with accoutrement. So let me move the chair here. Okay. So you have your iPhone, and most people just hold their phones like this, right? Don't ever hold your phone like this. Ever. This is not how you shoot video that's meant to be kept. This is not how you shoot it. You shoot like this, okay? Shoot like this. And this is how you keep it steady. Okay, so two hands, not one hand. And I'm going to pretend this hand isn't here. So if this hand wasn't here, the phone would be going out this way, okay? So I'm putting pressure to make my phone go outwards. With this hand, you're going to bring the phone back. So if I move that hand, the phone would jump out of my hands, right? It's going to be held steady with this. But this hand is putting pressure so that it's nice and steady. So there's tension in holding of the phone. Remember, if I move this hand, it would go out because I'm putting pressure with my thumb out and bringing the camera back in. That creates some stability with the camera movement. And remember, if I move this hand, the camera would go out because I want there to be pressure, because that pressure is what's going to create the stable video. And also with your feet, you move slowly. Don't do this. Slow, steady movements if you're shooting chest level. If you're shooting ground level, you would do the same thing, but on your knees. Okay, here's another way, and this is with something that is not meant for shooting video. It's just something I figured out. Okay, so see this? This is a camera case. I mean, an iPhone case. I got this on eBay. It's like $6. They also have them on Amazon. It's a Massimo camera case, and the reason why this is great for shooting live video on your, not live video, sorry, for shooting video on your iPhone is because it creates a third tension point. Putting the camera in the case. The whole thing is being steady, right? So this creates another stability point. So right now I'm going to push out on the camera, and this is going to be holding it back. So that's another way to create stable video. This has really helped me a lot. See? Nice and stable video. Also really helps when you're standing still. Right? It's like $6. And I just carry my phone like that. All right. What number was that? You can also buy like $100 iPhone stabilization on Amazon. I'm not kidding. iPhone stabilization. It's like a little stand for your iPhone. Stabilizes it. There are some that are like $500. You don't need to buy that. It's iPhone video. If you want super steady video, use a nice camera and use a stabilization. Don't waste $500 shooting video on your iPhone with a stabilization device. Just learn to be steady. Use the tricks that I just showed you. You don't need to spend $500. Number 3, interact with your subject. I'm going to tell you a little story. Okay, so my grandmother is no longer here. Her name was Stella, and that's why the name of my company is Stella House. I love my grandma to death. She died in 2001 when I started the first incarnation of Stella House. So that's why I named it Stella House. So when the last 5 or 6 years of her life, I would document her in audio. The last couple years, I've got a video camera, a really nice video camera, so I was able to do video. But by that point, it was too late. So when I was younger, I actually took audio recordings of her telling stories. And some of my fondest memories are of, well, not fondest memories. Some of my best experiences of reliving her life is playing that audio tape and remembering sitting there with her and listening to her answer. Like, Grandma, tell me about, my uncle that was a magician. My great uncle that was a musician. So he was able to make himself invisible, and she would tell all these stories. Or, Grandma, tell me about that our relative that came over from Spain, and she'd tell me the stories. So in terms of iPhone videography, hi Marvin, if you're still there. In terms of iPhone videography, interact with your subjects. Ask those people that you care about questions that you want to remember 5-10 years from now. Ask Grandpa about what the war was like. Ask Grandma what she did, how she met him. Ask them questions and film their responses. Those are the things that you're going to want to remember. Not, spreading icing on a cookie. Sure, that can be, part of your story. But ask those people that you're going to see over the holiday season the important questions that you're going to want to listen to years from now. I so wish that I would have had that from my grandma. All that stuff on video. But all I have is the audio. At least I have the audio. But I wish I could have gotten her on video telling me those stories. One of the things that I cherish the most is this video of her. She had a stroke and she had to go back and learn how to swallow and how to do voice, how to regain her voice, and they would take video of her experiences, of her sessions, and I actually watched that because there is a part of that video where she's talking to the nurse, and the nurse is listening to her, and they're talking just about life, and she puts her arms up and gives the nurse a hug. The nurse gives her a hug, and it's just that encompasses how my grandmother was with everyone. And so during the holiday season, when you see these people that you love, take video of them, because there's nothing that can compare to that video of them kissing someone on the cheek and giving someone a hug, talking about their stories. There's nothing that compares to that that you're able to do. Like, pictures can't do that. Only video can. So take video of that. All right. I already talked about shooting people and not stuff. Okay. Don't use the freaking zoom on your camera. Don't do it. Digital zoom is terrible. Be the zoom. Walk to the subject. Get closer. Don't use digital zoom. Digital zoom sucks. And it's low quality, and it has nothing. It's a poor representation of anything possible that you could get just by walking closer. So just get closer. You be the zoom with your feet. Don't be the digital zoom. Be the zoom with your feet. All right. Oh, set up time lapses. Get like a little gorilla pod. They're like they're anywhere from $20 to $60 on Amazon or on Best Buy or any decent store that sells a few pieces of camera equipment. Go set up time lapses like in the kitchen, like when everyone's making pies or cooking dinner, um, or you're all around the table playing games or Thanksgiving dinner. Set up a time lapse in the corner to capture the whole thing. Because let's say it takes an hour, well, the time lapse will, and it's a, it's a setting on your iPhone. That dinner will be condensed down to what, like 30 seconds, but it's a fun little video to watch. And if you do edit any of that footage after a while, after you capture enough and you're like, you get to learn how to use iMovie or some video editing software, you can use that time lapse in your video. But no matter what, it's important just to document what you can while you can. I'm all about documenting while you can. Get a phone with more than 16 gigabytes of memory. My iPhone has 128 gigs because if I don't have my professional equipment with me, if I'm not being hired for a job, if it's a family occasion, I'm using my iPhone and I'm using a film camera because my equipment is too expensive just to carry around with me everywhere. So I use my iPhone. iPhone is really good, by the way. And I use a film camera because I like developing film. I just lost my train of thought. Oh, get an iPhone with more than 16 gigabytes of memory. Get something with more power, more memory. And if you only have 16 gigabytes and you're not ready to get a new phone yet, empty off your phone. Empty off everything that you possibly can. If you haven't used an app in a month, get rid of it. Download all your pictures. Get them off your phone. Do it so that you'll have some memory available to capture Thanksgiving and Christmas and all the time in between. Number 8. Consider light. Let's say it's Thanksgiving dinner, and it's right in the middle of the day. It's like 3 o'clock, and there's only like this really ugly overhead light. Okay, consider your light. Open the curtains so there can be more natural light. Turn off the overhead light and just have there be outside light pouring in from the windows. That's so much prettier than an ugly fluorescent light. If it's at night, turn on lamps. Put some candles on. Fireplace. Use available light that is not obvious. Like the worst kind of light is the overhead light. So if you have anything else available, use that. Turn on stuff in the room. People are going to think, why are you turning on every light in the room? Turning on the overhead light. Because the light's ugly. Like, that's what I say. Like, I consider the light all the time. This light is very important. Number 9. People are, turn off your camera. Come on, don't film me. Well, they don't have to be in your little video capture. Just capture other stuff. They'll be in it eventually and they'll get over it. You're going to want to capture those people anyway, so don't let them bother you. Just shoot around them, because why should they stop you from capturing those memories? Little grumpy pants stop you. No, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing it for a reason. Number 10. Don't stop rolling. Let's say, let's say my doggie has a leash on and she runs through the living room and accidentally pulls down the Christmas tree. And they're like, oh, Ruby, stop. Oh, you're ruining Christmas. Don't stop. I mean, it's funny. It's going to be funny later. If you stop rolling and you just deal with the situation, there's no chance of it getting funnier or increasing in humor or in memory. I mean, what's the point? Just keep rolling. If Aunt Louise falls over the chair and people go to rush to help her, keep rolling. There's other people to help her. Like, it could be funny. Uh, I know that's coming from a filmmaker's point of view where you're like, I got to capture the moment. But if there's other people around, they can help them. They can handle the situation. You don't have to I mean, if it happens right next to you in front of you, of course you're going to help them. But if it's happening 5 feet away and someone else is standing there, just let that person help them up, or deal with the dog, or if the cat's, climbing up the tree, capture it. I mean, it's already too late. The cat's already up the tree. All right. Oh, audio. I use the Rode video mic specifically for iPhone. It's not cheap. It's like $75, or I think it's like 69 now. But it's the only one that works with the iPhone because of the pin connectors on it. But I'm about to order another one, and let me show you what that looks like. I haven't ordered it yet, but it's the Rode Video Mic Me, directional microphone for smartphones. It's $59. I'm also going to order the windscreen, which is $20, because when I go outside and I want to be outside getting audio, the wind is just, it's always, rustling up the microphone. So that's why I'm getting the wind guard, which is that one, and the Video Mic Me. The audio is going to be better just in general. All right, here. Turn it back. Okay. So those are my top 10 things my top 10 ways to get better audio during the holiday season. Get better video during the holiday season. I hope one of those helps you. On Black Friday, I came up with a pretty exciting sale that I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to call it, it's just an opportunity that I've never given before in terms of my services, and it's only going to be for the month of December. So if you're getting engaged, if you have a wedding, if you have a family function that you may want to document, if you're going to elope, those are all the 4 reasons why you might want to tune in on Friday to hear the special offer that I have for you for just the month of December. Like, it is if that event is happening in the month of December, not January, not February, December. If one of those 4 things is happening, then you'll want to catch me on Friday, because I don't know if I'm ever going to actually do this again. This is the only time I've done it. This is the first time I've done it, and it might be the last. We'll see what happens. But I'll be announcing that on Friday for those 4 reasons for the month of December. Anyway, I hope you got something out of this. Be the kindness that you want to see in the world. Go out in there and do some good. Thank you for watching. And please like my Stella House Films Facebook page, and like and share this video if you found anything useful in it. Okay, bye people.